Ladies und Gentlemen, herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Episode hier bei Lamplight City. Ja, der zweite Fall ist abgeschlossen. Wir haben das entführte Kind gerettet. Ob ich da was übersehen habe, weiß ich nicht. Aber Fakt ist, wir haben den Fall erfolgreich abgeschlossen. Wir haben uns richtig hinter die Birne gekippt und nun suchen wir, glaube ich, den Weg nach Hause. Wir haben uns so ein bisschen verlaufen. Der Weg nach Hause, Fragezeichen. Ich würde mal sagen, ich frage natürlich hier die zwielichtige Person, wo es denn hier nach Hause geht. Ich denke mal, dass, ich meine, komm, als ob hier jeder ein Gangster ist.
Excuse me, sir. Could you spare a shilling?
Ja, komm, wir haben ja für unseren letzten Job richtig viel Knete bekommen. Ich glaube, da könnte man mal was machen.
Here you are, my good man.
You always were willing to help the less fortunate, weren't you? But perhaps you should start thinking about helping yourself.
I beg your pardon?
Just look at yourself. I may be a beggar, but even I feel sorry for you.
Oha. Kennen wir uns von irgendwoher? Ihre Stimme kommt mir bekannt vor. Moment mal, ich kenne sie. Ist das etwa der Typ? Wir nehmen mal so das mittlere.
Your voice. I've heard it before.
Yes, that's right. I'm your biggest failure.
What are you talking about?
Come now, Miles, you're not completely stupid. You think finding and catching me is going to make things better?
Das ist der.
Yes, I do. I owe it to Bill, and that's enough to make it worth doing.
That's very touching. But you need to face reality. Let's say you do find me, and this grand chase finally ends. What do you do the next morning? You still have a dead partner, no real job. Your wife knows you've been keeping things from her. Even if you solve 100 cases, it won't relieve that empty feeling inside.
What's your point?
I'm all you've got, Miles. Once I'm gone, there'll be nothing left. So just admit it. You don't want to find me. Not really. Bad dreams?
You could say that.
Ich wollte gerade schon sagen.
My head. How many drinks did I have last night?
You're asking the wrong person. I was out after the first one.
It seems Miss Maxwell was right about the effects of spirits. Go figure.
Yeah, well, let's not make a habit out of it, all right?
Gut.
Don't worry, Miles. I don't watch when you and Adelaide are having your private time.
It would be nice if you didn't spend the whole time humming.
I thought you appreciated some romantic music.
Ja, ich würde mal sagen. Also, ich habe ja eben schon gedacht, dass es nur ein Traum war. Tja. Schauen wir mal. Wir lenken uns mal hier gerade ein bisschen Richtung Tür. Ah, jetzt geht's hier nochmal. Mal gucken, ob wir vielleicht einen neuen Fall oder sowas haben.
So, you're up at last.
Is something the matter, Addie?
Oh, I see. You don't remember last night, do you? I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Uh-oh.
Please tell me I didn't do anything stupid last night.
No, I wouldn't use the word stupid.
Oh, thank God.
Disgusting and shameful would be more appropriate, I think.
Oh. What did I do exactly?
It was nearly 2 when you burst in here, soused to the eyeballs from God knows where. I imagine you've probably forgotten that too. You were muttering something about peace and quiet and then proceeded to relieve yourself on my begonias before stumbling into bed.
Charming. I salute you, O Vice Admiral of the Narrow Seas.
Good God. How embarrassing. I'm so sorry, Addie. I don't know what came over me.
I don't either. I've never seen you in such a state, and I pray that I never will again.
Ja, komm, also ich meine, es war jetzt das erste Mal, es passiert.
I swear to you, this was a one-time mistake. You won't see me like that again.
What possessed you to go out and get so drunk anyway?
I decided to stop taking the soporific. It was interfering with my ability to focus on cases. I thought perhaps having a drink or two would help me sleep, and I got a bit carried away.
I see. Well, I'm at least glad you've stopped taking that terrible medicine. But trading it for alcohol? This had better really be a one-time occurrence. Anyway, you got another message from Upton. It's there on the table, if you're feeling fit for the world now.
Wir gucken uns erstmal die Zeitung an. Harrys Baby gefunden. Tatverdächtiger in Untersuchungshaft. Wohl der Tatverdächtige. Aha. Dritter Mordfall treibt Polizei an ihre Grenzen. Das ist so dieser Massenmörder, was die Polizei versucht geheim zu halten. Hier ist noch irgendwann in Flammen umgekommen. Gut, was haben wir denn hier? Also hier in Kürze. Desiree Layson.
Huh.
What does Upton say this time?
That she can't meet me, and that I should go straight to the scene of the crime.
I wonder if that means the police have started to suspect that she's giving you these cases.
She also says news of this case has been made public, and the police are already investigating. Explains the article in the newspaper.
Which one?
The one about Desiree Lathan, the woman who was found burnt to death.
Ugh, that sounds absolutely dreadful. Where's the crime scene?
840 Right Way. It's not too far from here, thankfully.
You're sure you're feeling up to this today?
I'll be fine. The mental exercise will get me back to normal in no time.
Gar kein Problem.
Well, this is shaping up to be quite the investigation. I should probably get a move on before the police ruin the crime scene any more than they already have.
Good luck, Miles. And stay away from the bars, would you?
Habe ich das auch als Quest bekommen? Okay, wir gucken uns das nochmal an. Was gefunden? Oh, verbrannt zu Asche. Viele Verehrer. Aha, interessant. Puh. Gut, was haben wir uns denn jetzt hier notiert? Wir sollen ihre Wohnung untersuchen. Aber wo sollen wir denn den Fall dann abgeben, wenn nicht... Tja. Gut, ich würde mal sagen, ich mache mich auf den Weg. Ein neuer Tag, ein neuer Fall. Den werde ich auch lösen.
I look forward to your return.
Okay, das ist wirklich recht stark in der Nähe, kann man sagen.
Looks as though we've arrived fashionably late.
Excuse me, sir, but this is an active crime scene. We can't allow members of the public.
Oh, this isn't just any member of the public, Kane. This is Miles Fordham. He used to be one of us until he killed his partner.
Wonderful. Officer Parsons is on the scene. It's a shock the apartment isn't in a shambles.
Good day to you too, officers.
Fordham? What are you doing here?
Ah, Captain Snelling. What a pleasure.
That's Chief Snelling now, Fordham. I don't expect you follow the workings of the department much these days, but I'd appreciate the proper address.
So nice to see that power hasn't gone to his head.
My apologies, Chief Snelling.
You haven't answered my question. What in blazes are you doing here?
Okay. Oh, ich dachte mir, wenn dieser Fall untersucht wird, dann besteht die Möglichkeit, dass er aufgeklärt wird. Wohl eher, ja, Tja. Ich sag mal, das erste einfach. Die werden mich eh nicht wirklich reinlassen.
The story was front page news. I couldn't resist coming to have a look for myself.
There's no respect for police business anymore, damn meddlers. This is an active crime scene, Fordham. Leave the premises immediately.
Das werden sie auf jeden Fall ablehnen. Aber gut, was soll ich sonst sagen?
We could solve this case in no time if we work together, you know.
We don't need any help. Not even from former detectives. Parsons, I'm going back to the station. I want you to report the minute you're done here. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, don't get any funny ideas, Fordham. If you so much as breathe on anything in here, I'll have you arrested for tampering with a crime scene. Do I make myself clear?
Sure, whatever you say, Chief.
Keep your nose where it belongs, or you'll have me to answer to.
Ja, super.
I suppose it's reassuring that even in this crazy, ever-changing world, you can always count on Snelling to be a complete ass.
You heard the chief. No snooping around. The sooner you get out of here, the better for all of us.
Officer Kane, ja, da komme ich vermutlich wohl nicht rein. Erstmal kurz speichern. So. Mir ist es nämlich zwischen dieser und der letzten Folge passiert, dass ich einen Teil tatsächlich nochmal nachspielen musste, weil der Speicherstand irgendwie nicht ging. Deswegen werde ich mal ein bisschen häufiger jetzt speichern. Mal gucken. Ein Brief.
An invitation to the Gascon Grand Dame's Ball. It seems it was held 2 nights ago at the Gascon Supper Club. Might be worth looking into, seeing as it's our only lead right now.
Wenn sie da denn war. Dann könnte man sich das tatsächlich
You have to hand
angucken.
it to her. Miss Lathan certainly had a unique taste in fashion. I bet you could see her coming a mile away. Definitely too young to be Miss Lathan. Perhaps a relative? No title. I doubt it's a diary. People rarely leave those things laying out in the open.
Tja.
Judging by these books, Miss Lathan was quite the fan of poetry. Let's just hope her taste was better than Madame Dupre's.
Oh ja. Gut. Ich kann da reingucken immerhin. Vielleicht erkenne ich ja was.
The bedroom is probably full of clues. We need to find a way to get in there.
Ja, aber wie? Officer Kane, Officer Parsons. Ich werde da doch niemals reinkommen.
Excuse me, Officer Parsons.
Clear off, Fordham. The chief doesn't want you here, and neither do I. You aren't on the force anymore, so you've got to respect the rules, just like every other citizen.
You'd be respecting my fist if I were alive, believe me.
I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I just want to ask a few questions.
Well, if it will get you to leave faster.
Oh, okay. Das ist doch schon mal ein Fortschritt. Wir können mit ihnen reden.
You're looking well these days, Parsons. What's your secret?
Secret? I don't know. Maybe something about getting a good night's sleep without blood on my hands? Does wonders.
Dann bist du aber kein guter Polizist, mein Lieber. Dann bist du aber kein guter Polizist.
What can you tell me about Desiree Lathan?
Nothing.
Because you don't know?
No, because I'm not going to betray Chief Snelling's orders and divulge that information to the public.
Come on, Parsons, you know me. What harm would it do to tell me just a little bit?
Do I have to state the obvious? If it were up to me, you'd be in jail for murdering an officer.
I wouldn't make such claims without knowing the facts, Parsons. It could get you in serious trouble. It'd be a real tragedy to see your career cut short and you back in the workhouse polishing airship rivets.
You don't scare me, Fordham.
Rest assured, the feeling is mutual.
Ja, sehr gut. Das ist ja wirklich ein richtiges Honigkuchenpferd, was ich hier vor mir habe. Ich sehe schon, dieses Gespräch wird auf jeden Fall sehr viel bringen.
Why was Chief Snelling here, anyway?
He's the chief of police, and this is an official investigation. It doesn't take a grand leap of logic.
Yes, but the chief of police never bothers with a crime scene unless it's of great importance.
Your point?
Does that mean this crime scene is, in fact, of great importance?
You're the investigator, Fordham. I'll leave you to work that one out.
How long has Officer Kane been on the force?
I'm not one to gossip, Fordham.
That's only the second most hypocritical thing I've heard today.
Ask him yourself if you're so interested.
Okay, ich darf ihn also befragen. Ich habe die offizielle Erlaubnis. Sehr gut.
Have you made much progress on this investigation?
Did you not hear me the first time, Fordham? Drop it before I have to arrest you for interfering with a police investigation.
That's all I wanted to know.
Good.
Oh mein Gott, das kann ja was werden, ey. Das kann ja was werden. Wieso leckt das denn jetzt schon wieder so? Hallo? Alter, oh, Spiel. So, ja, wir überschreiten mal das hier. So, sehr gut. Gut, dann würde ich sagen, reden wir doch mal mit Officer Kane.
Begging your pardon, officer.
Yes, what is it, sir?
Oh, der ist noch relativ neu. Tja. Wir müssen die beiden ja quasi irgendwie versuchen, hier rauszukriegen oder so.
How long have you been on the force, officer?
2 months, sir.
And how's it treating you so far?
This is where I was meant to be.
That's good to hear.
Parsons mentioned you used to be a detective?
I was, yes, for 15 years. It wasn't always easy, but I loved every minute of it.
Parsons goes on about how he's got his eye on becoming a detective, but I don't know if I'd be able to handle it.
Is that right?
Yes. He's up for review. I think he's trying to impress Snelling to improve his chances.
Parsons wants to be a detective? Now I've heard it all. As if he needed more of a reason to be Snelling's lapdog.
Interessant.
Do you enjoy working with Officer Parsons?
I don't like to talk about my colleagues, sir. Especially when they're standing right over there.
I understand. Perhaps this isn't the right time to be asking. What was Chief Snelling doing here?
Nothing more than a routine inspection of the crime scene.
Routine inspection? But the Chief of Police only goes to extremely high-profile crime scenes.
I couldn't possibly comment on that, sir.
Irgendwas geht hier doch vor sich.
Is there anything you can tell me about Desiree Lathan?
I'm afraid not. You don't have clearance in this investigation.
And there's nothing I can say to convince you otherwise?
My superiors would be very upset if they knew I was breaking the rules. I'm sorry.
I think the operative phrase in this instance is if they knew. We need to find a way to get Parsons out of here. Maybe we should visit Upton at the station.
Thanks for your time, officer.
Not a problem.
Okay. Wie können wir ihn dazu bringen, den Tatort zu verlassen?
Parsons?
What is it, Fordham?
I hear you're looking to become a detective, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Shouldn't be a difficult bar to clear, given the caliber of some former detectives.
The process isn't easy, you know. You have to prove you're the best of the best.
Don't think I'm not aware of that, Fordham.
I'm just saying, standing around here isn't going to do you any favors.
I know that. First chance I get to shake this grunt detail for a shot at some real investigation, I'm all over it.
Parsons' eagerness might be something we can use to our advantage.
That's all I wanted to know.
Good.
The bedroom is probably full of... Let's not talk to this idiot any further right now. Nothing new to ask him about, right?
Okay. Oh, wir können auch zum ersten Mal zum Polizeirevier gehen. Und hier haben wir den Club, wo wir hingehen können. Schauen wir uns doch mal das Polizeirevier an.
I didn't imagine we'd be coming back here in this lifetime.
Fordham, have you solved the case already?
Don't I wish? I haven't even gotten started.
Well, I'm here if you need anything. Just be sure not to let Snelling see you.
Is he back yet?
He arrived a few minutes ago. I expect he'll be sequestered in his office today, so you shouldn't have to worry too much.
Good to know.
Prime Minister Atwood, watching over the department with his signature scowl. I don't think I've ever seen anyone reading those books. I'm half convinced they're purely decorative. The old Jack and Stars. Sure was nice when that sign didn't apply to us.
Ich könnte hier hinten lang gehen. Okay, ich muss den Typen irgendwie
Got a
loswerden.
moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
Back to work, I see.
Yes, well, the coffee shop holiday had to end eventually. I'm gonna have to find someplace else to meet you. The higher-ups are getting suspicious.
To be honest, it was a bit wretched there. I won't miss it.
Well then, Mr. Big Bug, you can have the honor of choosing the next place. Under a bridge somewhere, perhaps.
Das klingt doch gut unter einer Brücke, warum nicht? Ah, hier. Das kann ich auch noch mal fragen.
Any updates on the Harris baby?
He's back home and doing well, thanks to you.
I'm glad to hear it.
You did an impressive job. I admit I was a bit concerned about how you'd fare after months of taking it easy. But I suppose detective work is like riding a bicycle.
It's a guaranteed way to end up with a broken arm.
I see the Gazette has caught wind of this supposed mass murderer.
Yes, Snelling has been positively fuming about it. Between that and the Lathan case being publicized on the same day, it's been a nightmare for the department.
Any idea how they got the information?
I don't think anyone in the department has spoken to the press. Maybe they just have some very good reporters.
So, is it serious? Should we be concerned?
3 murders is nothing to sneeze at, but all the victims have been men in Chumley. If that changes, then things might start getting urgent.
Isn't that just the way it is? You can bet they'd have already caught the bastard if the first body had turned up in Leon.
Ja gut, was heißt, wenn sich der Tatort verändert, wird es erst richtig schlimm. Es ist sogar auch schon schlimm, also.
Have you been able to find any leads on Bill's death?
Have you?
Not yet, no.
I've been looking, but I haven't been able to come up with anything either. There has to be a connection somewhere. Criminals don't usually just fall off the map.
Have a moment to go over my current case?
I'm afraid you're on your own this time, Fordham. The walls have ears around here. If they find out I'm helping you, it won't end well for either of us.
Understood.
I'll still be here when you've solved it, though.
Okay.
I'm having some trouble with Officer Parsons.
You and everyone else who's ever met him. What's the problem?
He's keeping me away from the Lathan crime scene.
Of course. He's one of the most loyal to Snelling.
Any suggestions for how I might get him away so I can look around?
I might have an idea. There are several reported crimes that haven't been assigned yet, and Parsons is itching to prove his investigative chops. He'd probably abandon his post for a good enough lead and the chance to impress Snelling.
Up to no good. You impress me.
Department politics are something of a specialty of mine.
Okay, und was kann ich Ihnen da genau sagen?
About getting Parsons away from the crime scene?
All right, these are the, as of yet, unassigned crimes. The body of a young man was found in the Hodgman River by the Gascon docks this morning. A woman named Chumley reported hearing a single gunshot in her neighbor's apartment last night. There was a deadly explosion at a factory in Worcester that may be linked to sabotage. And that's it for right now. Any of those strike your fancy?
Ein Leichnam, der an den Docks gefunden wurde. Explosion in der Fabrik.
Tell me more about the body found at the docks.
An unidentified man in his 20s was found in a river near the docks. The dock worker who reported it said that the body was bloated and decomposing. It must have been in the river several days. Dr. Edwards performed a post-mortem and determined the cause of death to be a blow to the head.
I see. Certainly leaves a lot of questions.
You think Parsons will be interested?
Tja, ich habe mir die anderen ja noch nicht angehört. Könnte ich den denn dann trotzdem noch mal nehmen?
No, actually, let's try another one.
All right, which one?
Let's hear about the gunshot.
Ethel Williamson reported hearing a sound she described as a single gunshot coming from her neighbor's apartment last night. She said she had been hearing arguments over the past several weeks, and there may have been domestic violence involved. When she knocked on the door, she got no answer, but she said she noticed the distinct smell of flowers.
Intriguing.
You think Parsons will be interested?
Flowers?
No, actually, let's try another one.
All right, which one?
Give me the details about the factory explosion.
The owner of the Hawkins Steelworks reported an explosion at his factory that killed 2 of his workers. He says he's been getting several threatening letters about his current project.
And so he suspects someone has sabotaged the operation?
Yes, likely the Redites. You think Parsons will be interested?
No, actually, let's try another one.
All right, which one?
Okay, mit welchen der 3 Fällen probieren wir es? Also das mit Fabriksabotage würde ich jetzt schon mal ausschließen, dass ihn das interessieren könnte. Ein Schuss. Also, was mich irritiert ist, dass sie mir beim zweiten Fall erzählt hat, hier, dass es da übel stark nach Blumen und so gerochen hat. Das könnte... Ich weiß nicht, hat das irgendwie was mit unserem Hauptfall zu tun, den großen Fall, den wir eigentlich lösen wollen, aber das wäre, glaube ich, irgendwie ein Pärchen oder so, also ich würde es vielleicht mit dem ersten einfach mal
Tell
probieren.
me more about the body.
And the dock worker who... Dr. Edwards...
I see.
You think Parsons will be...
Sounds good. Let's go with that one.
All right, I'll send out the report as soon as we're done talking.
That's it for now.
Better get back to it then.
Miles, are you crazy?
If you go wandering around the department for no good reason...
Ja, okay, ist ja gut, ist ja gut, ist ja gut. Okay, muss ich ihm das jetzt bringen, oder, Okay.
Damn, looks like Parsons didn't take the bait. He must not have considered that case enough to prove himself to Snelling.
Aber warum denn nicht? Verdammt. Der ist immer noch hier.
Let's not talk to this...
Okay. Das hat irgendwie nicht geklappt. Kann ich es mit einem anderen noch versuchen, oder bin ich jetzt quasi irgendwie Game Over? Shit, ey, der Typ steht da immer noch, ey. Das ist echt unglaublich.
Got a moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
Unfortunately, Parsons didn't take the bait.
Nothing worse than a picky investigator. I wish more people were like you.
Thank you?
All right, these are the as of yet unassigned crimes. A woman named Chumley reported hearing a single gunshot in her neighbor's apartment last night. There was a deadly explosion at a factory in... And that's it. Any of those strike your fancy?
Gut, wir machen mal das mit dem Schuss.
Let's hear about the gun.
Ethel, she thinks she...
Intriguing.
You think Parsons will be...
Sounds good. Let's go with that one.
All right, I'll send out the report as soon as we're done talking.
That's it for now.
Better get back to it then.
So, dann schauen wir mal, ob er den Köder geschluckt hat. Jawohl!
Looks like Parsons took the bait. Now maybe we can finally have a look around the crime scene.
Er ist weg. Das ist doch schon mal sehr gut. Das heißt, das werde ich einmal abspeichern. Das werde ich einmal abspeichern. So. Er ist weg. Okay, jetzt müssen wir noch den Typen hier irgendwie wegkriegen. Das dürfte doch bestimmt auch machbar sein, oder?
Begging your pardon, officer.
Yes, what is it, sir?
What was Chief Snelling doing here?
He was inspecting the crime scene.
Yes, but why was he involved? Is there something special about it that would require the chief of police to look into it?
Well, someone thought it might be related to the big case we're not supposed to talk about.
You mean the mass murderer?
Yes, sir. I could see why the chief is upset that the news has gotten out.
And is it related?
No, I don't believe so. But the news reports are beginning the public on edge.
Of course. The less information there is, the easier it is for rumors to start spreading.
Exactly. Chief Snelling has a lot of fires to put out.
If that's the case, it's too bad he didn't get to Miss Lathan in time.
Do you enjoy working with Officer Parsons?
If I'm being honest, he can be a bit much sometimes.
Trust me, you're not the only one who feels that way. I didn't have much interaction with him when I was a detective, but the few times I did weren't very pleasant.
I could tell he doesn't seem to care much for you. Although I don't think he cares much for anyone except the chief, and that's only because he's the one who gives out the promotions.
Is there anything you can tell me about Desiree Lathan?
I couldn't really say.
Come now, I'm trying to help this investigation. Any small detail would be useful.
Well, I haven't really looked over the crime scene too much. It's rather gruesome, you see.
Is the body still here?
Yes, what's left of it at any rate. Miss Lathan was only identified by the tattoo on her foot.
I see. Has there been much progress here?
Snelling and Parsons examined the scene, that's all I know.
Do you think I might have a look, now that the initial investigation's been conducted?
I'm afraid that's out of the question, sir. I have my orders.
Officer Kane, I'm trying to aid this investigation. There may have been something overlooked by the others.
If Parsons were to catch you, my career would be over.
Trust me, he won't be back for some time. I swear on my honor as a former member of the New Britannia Police.
Komm schon. Komm schon. Er überlegt.
All right.
Denkt nach.
I suppose you can go in for a moment, but please be quick about it.
Thank you, Mr. Kane. I promise this will stay between us.
I just love rookie officers. They're so gullible. I once got one to shine my shoes for a week after convincing him it was department policy. Good times.
Thanks for your time, officer.
Not a problem.
Okay, dann legen wir uns mal hier wieder raus aus dem Dialog, zurück zum Tatort. Wieso das manchmal so rumspackt, wenn man das Spiel aufnimmt, das ist mir echt ein Rätsel. So, er geht jetzt hier mal ein paar Schritte zur Seite, das finde ich sehr gut. So, ein bisschen schneller, wenn es geht, das wäre wirklich vorzüglich. So, dann würde ich mal sagen, Alter, leck! Heieiei. So. Speichern. Gut, wir gehen einfach mal rein. Dadurch wechseln wir nämlich das Bild. Vielleicht macht es das hier irgendwie besser. Alter, ist das gerade am Rumlecken? Ich will doch nur den Tatort betreten. Holy moly, ich hoffe, das wird besser, wenn ich jetzt das Bild wechsle. Meine Güte. Nein, es wird nicht besser. Doch,
That's
es wird
certainly
besser.
a pungent aroma. I can see why the officer stuck to the living room.
Surprisingly modest quarters for a grande dame. You'd never guess she could buy out the likes of you and me 1,000 times over. As much as I like this painting, this isn't the time for art appreciation. Doesn't look as though this fireplace has been used in a long time. I suppose we can rule it out as the source. It looks as though Miss Lathan was in the middle of writing something.
It's an article for Brentwell magazine.
Das innere Feuer entfachen. Ja gut, irgendwie hat das hier immer so einen übernatürlichen Touch, sage ich mal. Ich meine, das erste hier mit irgendwie Voodoo-Kram, dann irgendwie Reinkarnation und jetzt hier das innere Feuer.
Igniting the fires within. A bit on the nose, wouldn't you say? Classic Brentwell. They have a reputation for making their writers go to extremes for their articles, all for the sake of entertainment.
Perhaps we should pay their offices a visit, see exactly what it was Miss Lathan was doing for them.
Ja, das wäre doch mal eine Möglichkeit. Haben wir hier vielleicht noch irgendwas drin?
Some crumpled up letters. They look to be of the romantic variety.
They're from the same person, one Peter Andrews.
It's always sad to see a case of unrequited love. I'm thinking we should find out who this Peter Andrews is.
Good idea.
Oh Gott, sind das jetzt alles Liebesbriefe? Eieiei. Ja. Liebesbriefe, das ist ja wirklich vorzüglich.
That's a nice portrait of Miss Lathan. Too bad it was damaged by the fire. The area where the artist's signature should be has been singed and is unreadable. Too bad.
But the date is still legible. It's from this year.
Und was soll mir das jetzt sagen?
That's a nice portrait of the
But the date...
Looks like this one barely managed to survive. Pity. It looked like a nice work of art.
There's a letter in here.
Was haben wir jetzt schon wieder? Oh nein, ein Testament. Ihre Bitte. Oh Gott, ich rieche doch hier wieder so einen Testamentbeschiss. Kurz vor ihrem Tod wurde das Testament abgeändert, angeblich auf ihrem Wunsch. Das klingt auch schon mal wieder sehr verdächtig.
This just keeps getting more and more interesting. The law firm of Usher and Price isn't too far from here. I think it's definitely worth paying him a little visit.
Oh ja. Okay.
The flames must have been fairly high to be able to stain the ceiling like that.
Das stimmt. Das stimmt, das stimmt, das stimmt. Verbrannte Reste.
Ashes to ashes and all that. I'm glad I was buried. Cremation always seemed a bit too hot to handle.
Now's not the time for jokes, Bill.
Are you serious? Death is the best time for jokes. Otherwise, it's all just a bunch of boo-hoo-hoo this and wow-wow-wow that. And trust me, there's plenty of that in life. Hell, you'd know better than anyone.
All right. Just shut it for a bit while I look over the crime scene, would you? I need to concentrate.
Wundert er sich da draußen eigentlich nicht, dass wir hier die ganze Zeit mit uns selbst reden? Hä? Aber so verbrennt doch niemand.
Alas, poor Desiree, a woman of infinite riches, of tastes most fancy. Where's all your money now? Come to think of it, that question might be worth answering. Ugh, greasy, fetid, stinking ashes. Who knew the human body was capable of producing such a disgusting byproduct?
I'm surprised the coroner hasn't taken the body away yet.
Probably because there isn't much of a body left to take. Either that, or Dr. Edwards knows better than to deal with something like this.
That's extremely unlike him. He'd jump at the chance to examine this body. Perhaps we should allow him the pleasure.
I hope you're not suggesting what I think you're suggesting.
Oh Gott.
I don't think Desiree will be able to give us a hand with this investigation.
Bill?
What? I thought it was funny. This one's clean. Well, aside from the fact that the rest of the leg is burned off. There's a tattoo on her ankle. It says, "Dancing through life." Hate to break it to her, but that dance is over.
Ich kann doch nicht die Asche jetzt hier mitnehmen. Das kann ich doch nicht machen. Nee, wenn ich später nicht weiterkomme, werde ich die Asche mitnehmen, aber ich kann doch jetzt nicht, also bitte, das geht doch nicht. Das geht doch nicht. Das kann ich doch nicht machen, ey.
Odd. Another pile of ashes under the bed. Looks as though whatever she kept underneath got burned too. Or it could be that whatever was under the bed is what caught fire in the first place. Although, there's no evidence of what started it. All that's left is a small piece of cloth. Might as well take it.
Immerhin etwas.
The cloth appears to have some oily residue on it. Interesting.
Wurde sie irgendwie hier festgebunden und dann...
Just a pile of ashes. They can't...
Okay, was haben wir jetzt genau hier mitgenommen? Ein verbranntes Tuch. Die verbrannten Überreste eines Stofffetzens, Rückstände einer öligen Substanz sind darauf zu finden. Okay, also wenn wir jetzt eh schon Beweise mitnehmen, kann ich auch ein bisschen was von der Asche mitgehen lassen. Soll ich das wirklich machen? Das ist eine ganz schlechte Idee, aber ich mach's.
Miles, do you really want to go carrying around those stinking ashes in your pocket? It'll take ages to get the smell out.
Good point. I'll need to find something to carry them in.
Nun, was könnte man denn da nehmen? Ist hier vielleicht irgendetwas drin?
Nothing else of interest in there.
Tja, was könnte man denn nehmen?
Nothing else of interest in there. Miss Lathan's half-written article about igniting the fires within. Doesn't look as though this fireplace has been used in a long time. I suppose we can rule it out as the source.
Was könnte man denn hier nehmen? Irgendwie was von hier oben oder... Tja... Was könnte man nehmen?
I don't think Desiree will be able to give us a hand with this investigation.
Bill?
What? This one's clean. There's a tattoo on her ankle. Alas, poor... Come to think of it? Alas, poor... Come to think of it? That question... Miles, do you...
Tja, okay, ich würde mal sagen, also... Hier ist ja auch nichts mehr.
Just a pile of...
Okay, wir gucken mal, ob im Forum irgendetwas ist.
Was there someone else in the room just now? I thought I heard you talking.
Oh, no. It's just sometimes I think aloud when investigating crime scenes.
I see.
Good save. We don't need any more police officers thinking you're insane. Nothing new to ask him about.
Tja, okay. Keine Ahnung, die Option halten wir uns mal offen. Ah, hier ist dieses Magazingedöns. Hier ist der Club. Und hier, Moment, was war nochmal hier mit? Ach genau, Anwalt. Ja, ich würde sagen, wir gehen erstmal zum Anwalt, aber das machen wir dann in der nächsten Folge.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the law offices of Usher and Price. May I help you?
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator, and I'm looking for Jonas Usher.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but Mr. Usher is not seeing anyone today. If it's a matter of urgent legal importance, you could see Mr. Price.
Tja. Ich würde mal sagen, wie es hier in diesem dritten Fall weitergeht, das sehen wir in der nächsten Folge. Wie ist diese gute Dame zu Tode gekommen, verbrannt, aber wie? Inneres Feuer, what the fuck? Mal gucken, ich bin sehr, sehr gespannt, wie es hier weitergeht. In dem Sinne, vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen, haut rein, bis dann und ciao.